Morning, kids. Okay, we're going to do this really quick because I don't have a lot of time because I'm waiting on my ride for work. Um, I wanted to talk about a couple of things in regards to uh, back to Hogwarts month. First of all, the reason I'm moving around a lot is because the lighting here is motion activated. And I'm trying to prevent it shutting off so I don't have to scrap the video because I don't feel like scrapping any videos right now. Number two, I wanted to say I am sorry that stuff has not been posted on the regular. I've just been busy. I know I shouldn't apologize because I hear people say, "Oh, don't apologize," but I feel like as a YouTuber, it is my responsibility to post content constantly and never not post. So when I don't post, I feel like that's not good. Um, and besides, sorry, no, since Iron Zebra is not capable of posting at the moment, I am trying to pick up the slack so that we do not get underutilized by YouTube. YouTube is not very good at acknowledging small creators, which is wrong. I mean, I get why they prefer to acknowledge people like Mr. Beast instead of people like us, because Mr. Beast is a lot more marketable. Mr. Beast is massive, and I'm using him as an example because why not? Or like, and it's easier to acknowledge a big person as opposed to a little guy. You acknowledge a little guy, and the little guy could turn out to be a bot. The little guy could turn out to be somebody that's not actually good or safe. A big guy like Mr. Beast, who has lots and lots of subscribers, or like Jacksepticeye or Dan and Phil, they are people. They are human beings. I mean, me and Iron Zebra are human beings, but the difference is you can't verify that we're humans because we don't have millions and millions of subscribers, which sucks. I'd like to get more than 14 subscribers one day, but that's fine. You know, it's okay. So yeah, we're going to um, be talking about something that I wanted to bring up as far as Harry Potter goes really quickly. So something that I have noticed people complaining about, at least when it comes to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, is the fact that all the time turners were destroyed, and they brought them back in the show, or the play, what have you. I think that's a good thing that they did because I think it makes for an interesting story. Also, I wanted to point out, and actually, we're gonna move a minute so I don't have to keep doing that whole moving around thing. Okay, trying to get into some light. Plus, this will be better for me because I want to actually be in the light. It's a little bit easier. Let's see. Nope. Let's go this way. Ah, perfect. Y'all can't see me really well, but that's fine. Because this is a before work video. I could have filmed it inside, and where the lighting is great, but I don't want to film inside because I prefer to be outside when I wait on my ride. But we're gonna get back to that in a minute. But uh, I've seen people complain about that, and I don't get why. Like, okay, time turners were already a problem to begin with, but they're a good problem. So, time travel is something that should always be a thing. Having it is useful, and I get why people hate it because it's like, hey, if there was time travel, they could have tracked and prevented Harry's parents from dying. Nah, this is the way I look at it. Regardless of what Mama Rowling says, I figured the time turners, because of course she did mention at one point, I think, and when I say this, take this with a grain of salt, because I could be remembering wrong, but that the time turners won't go that far back. So even if they could go, but let's just ignore that a moment, and let's just assume that you can actually, um, you can actually have the time turners go all the way back in time to when Harry, uh, uh, James, and Lily Potter were defending themselves against Voldemort. And let's just assume you could prevent them dying. Okay, well, we're going to do a little bit of a what if game. If Harry had never actually lost his parents, he wouldn't be the boy who lived. If he, well, I mean, he still would be alive, but you wouldn't have that title. So nothing interesting would have happened. It just would have gone to Hogwarts like normal. It would have been interesting, but not entirely so. It just would have been like, eh. Although I would like to see Mama Rowling write an actual alternate universe version of Harry Potter, kind of like how Stephanie Myers wrote those two different versions of Twilight. The Gingerbread version, which something tells me I have not read that one all the way through, but when I did try to read some of it, it felt like that was a piece of fan fiction that somebody wrote. She found it on like AO3 or something, and actually bought it off of them and had it published as her piece. I don't know, kind of like how apparently now again take this with a grain of salt because I've heard this a couple of times and I don't know if it's true, but kind of like how 50 Shades of Grey started as a bit of a fan fiction for Twilight. I think I could be remembering that wrong, but I've heard that. I think I've heard that a couple of times. So is that yes. Oh, and Postal Skunk got her hair braided again because I can. Um, and also, let's see, some updates. But well, we should backtrack. Or like the one that was from Edward's perspective. Yeah, that's okay. I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping around here, but there's a lot I wanted to say. And like I said in a previous video, I do not script my videos. The only reason you'd see me have something scripted, so there's certain ones that will be scripted. Like for example, um, when I do my Sirius Black Wand, that one might be a scripted one, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I try not to script things because I want to be natural. Why not? Also, I did want to bring something else up. And I saw this at McKay's when I found the other Harry Potter stuff. And I was tempted to buy it. Super tempted. But it's not the one that I was looking for. So they have a Philosopher's Stone. Now, they had it labeled as Sorcerer's Stone because this is the American edition, obviously. But Philosopher's Stone uh, Ultimate Edition Blu-ray. I was nearly tempted to buy it. Just for the extras. I was actually going to buy it for the extras. However, the thing that actually stopped me was that, well, a couple of reasons. So, number one, I actually still have the movie on DVD. Number two, the other of that movie, even if I didn't have it on, well, I have it on DVD, but also I can watch it on HBO Max. And I've actually watched it on HBO Max with the trivia game function on it, the magical movie version. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. But it was amazing looking. Now, I do want to get the Philosopher's Stone Special Edition DVD set because it was advertised in the 8-film collection thingy that I have. And so what's happening is, yeah, I still have to rewatch Deathly Hallows Part 2, but I might actually do that this weekend because, again, as I've said, I'm cocoa sitting, so I'm not going to be leaving the house Saturday. So with that being the case, and since I'm going to be cocoa sitting, I'll have plenty of time to watch the movie. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to watch it on DVD or watch it upstairs on HBO Max. And I say upstairs because if I'm going to watch HBO Max, 9 times out of 10 I go upstairs. Sometimes I might come downstairs. And see, the reason I'm kind of being careful about the DVD thing is I enjoy them. It's part of my collection, as y'all seen the video. But the main reason I don't open and use my DVDs that often is currently we have HBO Max access. And since we temporarily / currently do have access, I'm trying to use the access because this might be a case of, hey, it could be a case of, hey, if you like HBO Max, and you guys keep using it, it might be worth us still continuing to use it kind of situation. So I'm probably going to watch it on HBO Max. And plus, if I watch it on Max, I don't have to worry about breaking my DVD case worse than it already is busted. I don't know how it got busted, but I'm inclined to think that Captain Fuzzy Nuts knocked it off the shelf a couple of times. And also, I might have. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it was fuzzy because he knocked a lot of stuff over. So there's that. If y'all saw the magic caster wand, I don't know why I keep wanting to call it the Magic Awakened. I think I'm thinking of that mobile game, which I can't play because my phone isn't intelligent enough for it. I'm kind of pissed about that, but I also kind of get why certain phones won't do certain things. Cause like I get it because like I was listening to this I was what well and plus it kind of worked out because I was watching a review of Magic Awakened. It's not bad, but it's not great. It doesn't look. It's not. Eh. But yeah, I can't wait to get the Magic Caster wand. I'm kind of angry that they don't have the pricing up now, and they only have one wand for show. Now, when they don't have the pricing up immediately, that tells me one of two things. It's either going to be costing an arm and a leg, or if it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, you're probably going to have to pay for a subscription service. I don't like that. I don't mind the subscription service. Okay, I do, because I'd rather just pay one go and be done with it, but what I have a problem with is please don't announce things and tell the world that something is coming and not give us all the details all at once. Like, I hate that. I hate NDAs. I think they're stupid. Like, I think they're stupid, horrible, and wrong. I mean, I get why they exist. Like, using Has Been Hotel here as a big example because I love Has Been Hotel and why the hell not. But, so I hate NDAs. I think they're stupid. I think they're a waste of time. But I also understand why they need to be there. So, if you don't know what an NDA is, that is a non-disclosure agreement, and most of the time they're done when people, specifically, like if we're going to use Jacksepticeye as an example because he's actually a good example, and also I love Jack. So, example: if Jacksepticeye gets asked to be in a movie, he can't, and he has to sign a piece of paper before the movie comes out that says, "Hey, you're not allowed to tell anyone you're in this movie or talk about the movie until it comes out, unless we give you express permission or blah blah blah." So Jack has to do that. I think they're stupid because people should be allowed to share any and all stuff that they want to share. You shouldn't have to keep shit to yourself. That's no fun. But I also understand what the purpose of them is too. Because in some cases, it's not safe to say what you're doing. Because, like in the case of movies, if you go ahead and tell everybody what you're doing or what the movie is, there is the chance that somebody could steal the information and attempt to either make a copy of the movie, or if not a copy, they might try to, um, or other stuff might happen. So I get it. And also, it does kind of protect them because if they don't mention it, and if something goes wrong, they're not kind of in trouble or causing problems. So, but I still hate it. Like, I want all the information about Has Been Hotel, like now. And I'm still kind of mad about Michael Kovac. Kovac? Alright, we're gonna call him Kovac. Michael Kovac. There. That way, there's either pronunciation is correct. We're good. Now, if anybody does not know who he is, he was the original voice of Angel Dust. He's also in a really good production that I like, that I listen to, that is called, what's it called? Fuck. Okay, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I think it's called Kobold or something like that. Basically, it's this really cute little audio drama thingy. We'll look that up if I can remember the name of it or whatever. I'll look it up and I'll tell you all about it in another video because it's actually really cute. I found it by accident and I was like, ooh. Oh, never mind. I just remembered. It's called Clutch. Yeah, it's called Clutch, a Kobold story, and it's really cute and really good. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, you should give it a listen. It's not set in the Dungeons and Dragons universe. Actually, I think it's set in the Megas Eldgar universe. If anybody knows what that is, I don't, because I don't listen to that. But I did listen to this one because I found it by accident once when I was listening to some other assorted little ASMR type audio drama thingies. Because I like ASMR. I think it's nice and quiet and soothing. But regardless, He's in that, so at least he has something to do. But they kicked him out of Has Been Hotel. I don't know why, because NDA, but I also partially think it has to do with A24. Because I think, I'm not 100%, but I think it's down to he's not in the Screen Actors Guild. And the uh, acting and voice acting industry is stupid as hell because they like, and so is the acting industry, because they expect you to join a stupid ass guild slash union just to be in a movie. Like, sorry, we won't work with you because you're not a member of the Screen Actors Guild. Like, we could get into trouble. Like, okay, stop hiring people from that just because they're in a union. Unions are important and they're beneficial to everybody. But I also don't think that you should only deal with members of the Screen Actors Guild. That's how you don't get good people. Okay, sometimes the best people are not in the Screen Actors Guild. Case in point, if you have seen I don't know if I did upload this video. I am not 100% sure. I don't remember. But, and I might not have. If I have, good. If I haven't, oh well, I might make another video on it. But there's a game that I like called Blush Blush. And in Blush Blush, now I should sidetrack here, and this is actually a very rambly sidetracked video, but I don't care. In the game Blush Blush, your job is to hand out water. Well, okay, I should backtrack. So, and the actual plot is you work at the zoo. Your job at the zoo is to hand out magic. Well, you don't know it's magic, but your job is to hand out water to the patrons at the zoo. You accidentally hand out magical water and turn a whole bunch of guys, cute guys I might add, into animals. Now, I'm kind of upset there wasn't a skunk from the get-go, but I'm going to ignore that for the time being. Um, so you turn them into like rabbits, and actually I can name a few of them right now. So Nim is the one that gets turned into a rabbit, super adorable, and actually he looks even more adorable with his little, when he's like mostly human, except for the cute little ears on his head. So cute. There's Volks the wolf, which again looks cute when he just has his ears, but it's so cute. So there is also Kelby the chicken, which I've actually mostly saved him. I have saved Volks and him. Um, then there is Ichiban. Ichiban is the important one. Ichiban is designed to look and basically be Markiplier. However, because Marky Moo is part of the Screen Actors Guild, if I remember correctly, I think he is part of the Screen Actors Guild. Because Marky Moo is a member of the Screen Actors Guild, they couldn't actually have him voice that character. But, so that happened. And it looks like my ride is here, so I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!